What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Link. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by Lou Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And happy Mother's Day for all the mommies out there that listen.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully listen. Yes, we got a lot of wrestling to cover, and like we started last cast, we're gonna start this cast with our wrestling retrospect. Each one of us will choose a wrestler, and we'll pick out some random matches that probably you've seen and probably not, but we'll pick the underrated match, not the popular ones. So, last week you picked El Generico.
Who is this masked man? I found out that his name translates to the generic luchador. Well, the luchador part is added, but it's just the generic.
Yes,
which I think is funny.
El Generico.
So
he looks a lot like the guy in SmackDown, but it's not him.
I mean, I thought you meant from the old SmackDown games where you make a just generic wrestler.
That too.
I was about to say, yeah. I mean, he sure as hell did pick his aesthetic properly for his name. But yes.
So we're gonna pick some matches. Check them out on YouTube. If anything, we have the links. We'll probably send them, put them on the list below when we put this cast out. So, do you want to start off?
Yeah, I wanted to pick one that I never seen before, but it includes two wrestlers, El Generico and Samurai Del Sol.
Yeah.
Which you are familiar with. He is now named, well, he was last named Kalisto, but he's going back as Samurai, I believe, right?
Yeah, Samurai Del Sol, yeah.
Yep. And this is, and they actually have the dates and stuff. Well, at least the event. It's from something in the federation called ICW, I believe.
Okay.
And it is the Super Indy 10, and it's from 2011. So this is their match, El Generico versus Samurai Del Sol. And actually, you know what is actually really cool? Because 99% of the matches I've seen El Generico in, I have never seen him fight a luchador.
Nice.
So this is one of the first luchador matches I have seen.
Yeah.
And it's a great clash of stuff. But you know what? Have to be honest. Generico, he is pretty luchador-ish himself. So it's cool to see.
Yep.
It's like a regular luchador fighting a luchador that's like a foot taller, which is kind of funny.
Because he has a little height on
him.
One of the matches I'm gonna put out, I think I just sent you the link to it, but I don't think you probably watch it anyway. But yeah, to watch it later, it'll be a good one to watch. It's a tag team match. It's Ricochet and El Generico teaming up against Kevin Steen and where was it? Damn, I just lost it. It was him, Kevin Steen, and what was the other person? God damn it! I just had it. Where is it? I was just watching. Oh, Akira Tozawa.
Okay, awesome.
Akira Tozawa looked completely different. You would not recognize him. But it was a fun tag match, a lot of high flying, a lot of crazy move and maneuvers, and then also you have Kevin Steen, which just power bombs the shit out of people.
Do they have when it happened?
PWG All-Star Weekend 8. That's the description I got. It was probably 2011 or 2010. So
gotcha.
2011.
Cool.
Yeah, a fun high-flying tag team match, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
Nice.
What's your next one?
So my second one is a tag team match as well. It is Kevin Steen and El Generico versus Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, that was good.
And this one is in Ring of Honor. And it is the pay-per-view they say it's from is called Death Before Dishonor 6.
Okay.
Let's see if they have the date for that one. This one was August 2nd, 2008.
Nice.
At the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, which is also very cool.
Cool.
And you know what? I do not. Again, I wasn't watching the Independence, or I was not watching Ring of Honor at this time, so I didn't know. But this looks like this is like maybe Prime. I want to say Prime Motor City Machine Guns,
Yes. So
because
that'll
it
probably
seems like
be in their high spot. Yeah.
yeah, because definitely they're a lot younger. They're a lot more. They seem a lot fresh from Japan here.
Yeah.
And so they have a lot of crispness, a lot of snaps, a lot of the moves. They do some really nasty tag moves, I think is pretty cool. But again, I've never seen El Generico wrestle these guys. So
Yes.
again, I've looked for matches where it's like I've never seen this man wrestle these people. So I wanted to check that out. Very, very good. Also, it's cool to see him and Steen on the same side.
Yeah.
Because they're not known for being friends.
Yes.
That's all I have to say.
They have a buck. I won't put that yet, but they have one with Young Bucks, which was actually pretty fun too. My next one will be Claudio, which is Cesaro versus El Generico. It was a battle, PWG Battle of Los Angeles 2011.
Okay, cool.
So someone in WWE now had a very similar match, but this one was just a lot more technician, a lot more high flying, and a big mix of the match. Very fun match, and also it's nice seeing Claudio like really young. He imagine that you think that he had all the energy now. Back then, he was like fucking a steamboat, like he was a steam train, like fucking just rolling over people.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it was really cool, and he had hair.
Of course. I'm glad he did.
What's your next one?
And I picked my final one, which I guess I could say saved the best for last, is El Generico versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Now, I know they fought multiple times. This one is from PWG Giant Size Annual number 4. And the date here is even earlier. It's 7/29/07. So, and this one was at the Burbank Armory in Burbank, California, which is pretty cool. So this is like super indie. This is, you know how they say wrestling at armories and things like that, gymnasiums and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so, like, you get the full ass independent experience. The storyline here, they had one because you see the picture in the match, and Bryan has his head is wrapped up, and he looks like a stereotypical injury victim, just with the band-aids on his head and whatnot. And apparently, he had in the match, he got busted open, and then later on, he had to fight Generico in a tournament, and I believe it's for the championship. It is for the PWG World Title, so.
Nice.
A lot of stakes on the line, and they do not hold back. You know, American Dragon today, whooping people's ass in the Blackpool Combat Club. He was whooping asses back then. So, super hard hitting. And of course, again, have we seen them fight? No, right?
No.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go. So, again, 2 people. I've never seen them fight. Never.
You know who would be a good opponent for El Generico? Sami Zayn.
I wish that could happen. I would love it to happen.
But
I mean, why don't you just make it in 2K? I'm sure the fans made a very good El Generico.
Yeah, I just don't want someone floating in the air.
Oh Lord! Oh, you definitely have to put that on the board. Somewhere.
I just posted on Twitter. I actually recorded that and posted on Twitter mainly for you.
Mm-hmm.
But
you should put that on the Babble board so people can see,
I'll definitely
see the game.
My last one, I had 2, but I'm gonna go with I'm trying to battle the 2, and I actually like this match a little better, which will be El Generico versus Kota Ibushi at Max Bump 2012.
Wow, what a name!
That was I think a Chikara pay-per-view.
Okay, that's crazy. Okay.
Yes. And it was between that and the Kenny Omega one, but I think this match was just better, and there's a lot more just mean shit going on in this match. Yeah, and Kota Ibushi. He's a legend as it is. So him and El Generico had a great match there. So definitely check that one out. That was a good one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I would just have to say that in the video that you showed me of Tozawa, he looks like Sonata.
Yeah.
Like he has the blonde buzz, not the haircut he has now, and he's like you said, he's a little thicker, but he's thicker in the chest area. So he's big.
Yep.
Yeah. It was okay. Okay.
Yep. All right. Now we go into the week of wrestling because we have a lot to cover. Before we go into the week of wrestling, I guess we could just do our prediction real fast of Backlash. Unless we want to do it after.
It's all good. We can start it now.
So right now, we have 6 matches for the card. First one's up is Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss.
I didn't care, but after the bump, they sold me on it. I'm rooting for not Happy. I'm rooting for Madcap Moss. Let's go.
Okay. I go with Moss. I think that's gonna be his big one. Bobby Lashley versus Almas.
I mean, it just seems like a foregone conclusion that it's gonna be Almas.
Yeah.
Because they're trying very, very hard. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I think Almas is winning too. AJ Styles versus Edge with Damian Priest, barred from ringside.
Now okay. So after last week, we got the nice Bullet Club reunion. Excuse me, the BC reunion.
Yep.
Gotta call them the BC. Can't call them the Bullet Club. But I think there's a swerve coming.
Yeah.
And not Swerve Strickland. I think that Finn Balor is gonna join Edge.
That'd be cool.
I think that's the unexpected. I'm expecting the unexpected, and I say that Edge is gonna win this match.
Okay. I think Edge is going to win this match just because the building of the character and everything like that. But I would not pass Balor joining the Judgment Day. That's their name. You got the 6-man tag, which was supposed to be a unification match, and I really, really got disappointed that it got taken away. Drew McIntyre and Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro versus the Undisputed Champion Roman Reigns and SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
I mean, yeah, I kind of don't care as much, right?
Yeah.
Because they changed everything.
Yeah.
But with this change, I'm going to say that they are the bloodline. They're going to win.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is going to be like a heel-dominated pay-per-view.
Okay.
Like what categorized as heel. Anyway.
Okay.
This what's funny is that it's like a weird fact too. I was just looking at it. It was like like during like TV shows like Raw, SmackDown, the heels dominate usually about 70% of the time.
But they seem to lose the matches though.
You think it's funny. You think they lose a lot of matches, but heels tend to win more than. Heels tend to win more TV matches than babyface just because it helps build the story to the pay-per-view. Usually the babyface will win the pay-per-view and then the heels will kind of dominate the
Is that what's been going on lately, or has they changed that trend up?
It's here and there. But it was just a weird fact. I was like, okay, that's cool. That makes sense because I remember when, like, especially like Triple H's run as champion, he dominated like Raw for a lot of the time. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I was just I think they took my interest away when they took away the unifying the tag titles.
And they took away the championship match. They took away 2 championship matches.
Yeah.
Roman had a match.
Yeah. So I was a little disappointed with that. I was quite disappointed with that, just because I kind of wanted the tag team champions to kind of main event, and I think that was the match that could easily main event. And if you say no, the Randy Orton's in that match, like you can main event that match easily. So I wanted that to close out the show and unify the tag titles. I feel like they need to because they lack of tag teams. So them combining both shows helps them with the tag team division.
True.
So I'm a little disappointed with that. Like, and I kind of got like that was the only thing I was actually kind of looking forward to in this pay per view. Cody and Seth, yeah, I think their stuff has been going good as well. But other than that, those are the only two things I was looking forward to in this pay per view.
True enough. True enough.
I got Bloodline winning.
Yes.
SmackDown Women's Championship match: Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
Again, they have not managed to change my feelings on this. The program they have set upon me still is Charlotte Flair not really losing an inch to Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
So all I have to say is she's gonna lose again.
Drew Gulak's gonna come and take the belt.
Oh, okay. She's gonna win because of Gulak.
Yes.
All right, I'll take that.
If Drew Gulak comes and helps Ronda Rousey, I'm fine with that because
Special guest referee.
That's revenge.
Special guest referee, Drew Gulak.
Yeah, he needs. That's another job.
That should have happened. Like maybe 10 years ago, that would have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This would have led to that.
He's a jack of all trades.
Hmm.
Yes. I got Charlotte. Just because I don't care for Ronda. It's the least of two evils, I guess. Who you got?
I respect Charlotte. They haven't convinced me otherwise.
Yeah.
It's not that I care one for the other. They have not convinced me that Ronda's going to win.
Yeah. And then the last match is Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins.
But this one is, I feel like it's up in the air because Seth is Seth, and there's a real story here where, like, even if Cody was to lose, it's not like the end.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's on his way up. Yeah. So Cody's gonna win. Come on.
If they want to continue this going forward, Seth can lose and still continue this going forward. But I would like to see. I don't know. I think I have a feeling Seth might take this match. Something about it. Just I feel like Seth is taking this match, so I'm gonna go with Seth.
Okay.
I might be wrong, 100% wrong, but I have a feeling he might take. I feel like they're gonna take this. I think what's the next pay-per-view? I think it's Money in the Bank in June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Seth is gonna take this one. I'll go with Seth.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
I actually been liking the promos. Like again, like I have my issues with Cody Rhodes. I still think some moves he does is just annoys the shit out of me. I hate the back. I hate I hate his RKO.
It's the Cody Cutter.
The
Cody Cutter.
Whatever it's called. But if you're jumping from the top rope and trying to cut somebody, you're gonna hurt yourself more than you're hurting the guy. Yeah, like little shit like that still annoy me, but I think the WWE presentation kind of has me. All right, he's not that bad now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if QT Marshall go to WWE, they give him a better. Nah, he would get his ass kicked every day.
No, QT would be like he would start a new evolution. I'm telling you.
Of what? The 24/7 title?
No, it'd be him and a bunch of people from NXT.
Yeah.
And they claim he's the teacher. That's it. That's what I see.
All right. You go into Monday Night Raw. We kick off with Drew McIntyre, RK Bro, blindsided Bloodline, and yeah, it just goes into a fight. We got Kevin Owens and Alpha Academy defeat Ezekiel and the Street Profit.
And this was actually fun because of the promo that led up to it. So, again, didn't mind it. Actually, a very fun match. Zeke. Yep. But did they lose the match? Didn't they lose?
Yeah, Ezekiel and Street Profits lost.
Yeah. It's all good.
They gave Ezekiel a little of the juice.
Little sippy sip in the beginning. That whole promo, I love that, man. That was great.
Veer Mon versus Brett. Well, he actually has his name, Bart Hansen.
Oh yeah, he was given the chance to leave, and they asked him, "Why do you want this match?" And he was like, I work down the road. So he made his dreams come true. See, everybody, dreams do come true. And then you die.
You know who reminded me? It reminded me of the turtle dude. What's his name? Damn, I can't think of his name right now. The jobber that he said the shit to Braun Strowman, and he had a little WWE run.
He also reminds me of Art Lean from Mortal Kombat. Getting in there with Goro.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
We got AJ Styles defeats Damian Priest, and Priest is now barred from ringside and their match. Edge and Priest pretty much jump him, and the save with Finn Balor.
It was a pretty good storyline match. I didn't expect where it went, so good. More power to him, right?
I've been calling Balor and AJ teaming up for the last 3 weeks.
I wish I thought of it.
Let's see how long it's
Well, you see my prediction for the show, so I don't think it's long.
Yeah. Yeah, AJ Styles always has bad luck with tag teams. He always gets fucked over with the tag team.
And he always gets kicked in the dick.
Yep. They always go for his balls. The Miz and Theory defeat Mustafa Ali. 2-on-1 handicap match. I had issues with this.
I think he earned it. You can't turn your back on Austin Theory. You proved that. He'll take any opportunity to screw you over, like he did. And you can't try to be honorable and one up the Miz, because the Miz will just take the easy way out, like he did. So I everything ended up making sense. But the one thing, I feel like he should have been able to pull this one out.
So my only issue with it, and this is something that just goes into how they're building storyline with Ciampa. Why would Ciampa beat up Ali after he lost? He lost already. He's already embarrassed. If he would have won,
because he's gonna join him.
If he would have won, it would have made more sense of him jumping him. But if he lost, there's no point.
Mark, I believe this exact thing has happened before. Not the person getting jumped and then getting jumped again, but I forget who it was that they were losing, and then somebody came out and beat them up, and then they ended up becoming a team. And that's why it feels super obvious to me.
I don't want them to be a team. Yeah, that's my only thing. Like, if you're building, like, you had a positive thing with Ali going into last week, and then going into this, and I can see the shenanigans, but I think him pulling off a win would have been more exciting, and then Ciampa jumping him make more sense than him getting jumped, getting screwed, getting jumped, and then losing, and then getting jumped again. Which is a lot. Yeah.
You making sense, Mark.
Yeah.
You making sense. So just don't forget where we are, what land we. It ain't making no sense. Yeah, we don't know what Champ is doing. They have not given us any clues.
So that was my only issue with that. Like, the match was good. Like, again, Ali could work with anybody, and he's really good at working with anybody. That was my only, I'll say, my little tic tac is the fact that, why would you jump someone that lost? When they won and they're celebrating, that's when you jump them, and then you get the heat. There's already heat because he lost.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a wrestling trope. They're going to be a tag team. Watch.
Probably, right. 24/7 title changes. Nikki Ash defeats Dana Brooke. I was happy when Nikki got the title. Just saying.
For 5 minutes of a pre-tape segment, because then when they went right back to live, she lost.
Yeah, she lost it. But she got it.
In a match.
And she got pictures of all 3 titles.
Yeah.
She did that shit fast.
True.
Within those 5 minutes, she took a picture. She was like, I got to get all the titles I want and take a picture with those 2. She did that shit fast.
She borrowed Carmella's Money in the Bank briefcase because it was just back there.
Yeah. We got Bobby Lashley versus Cedric Alexander.
I like the story, but it's not. It's just, where is it going to lead? You know what I mean? Yeah. My whole thing is I like how Snively, the way they're doing it. Oh yeah, this is the best time of my life. You know, I was tag team champ. You know, they have a story. So Cedric to be like not trying to kill MVP. I get it.
Yeah.
He helped him win. I don't like how he threw dirt on Shelton, if you notice.
Yeah.
And then he fought Bobby Lashley and got murdered. Now, prediction for the pay-per-view, I think he's gonna help Bobby Lashley win.
Okay.
That's the only thing. Like that I would feel could be something better than what they probably do have planned. Because like I said, my prediction was almost winning, but a cool thing would be the Hurt Business forming without MVP against MVP.
What if Hurt Business forms but without Bobby Lashley?
That seems more obvious though.
Yeah.
Because he's literally asking him to join him. So that seems more obvious. But the fact that he didn't get the job done.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, why would you take the guy who failed, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's like, why would you jump the guy that lost too? See?
Yeah, exactly.
Same logic.
Exactly. It would make no damn sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't have passed that either. I liked the Hurt Business. I felt like they were very underrated. And they didn't get the time to shine that they should have.
Some people brought it up. Oh, it was Jericho that brought it up.
Yeah.
Jericho on this week's, last week's with interview with Swerve, right?
Yeah.
He had mentioned like they had two really hot properties and they got rid of them so quick.
Yeah.
There was the Hurt Business and Hit Row.
Yeah.
Hit Row, I think they were looking for an excuse to get rid of them because that Indian thing was not offensive at all.
Yeah.
They were looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
It was clear by gender. They were looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
But the Hurt Business.
Yeah.
The Hurt Business. Like when you go back and look at how long it wasn't long.
That was 3 months. 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Max.
And
then
gone.
I feel like the building of it was the 3 months, and it was like 3 months of them actually together.
Of them. Yeah. Right. And I feel like they've been flip-flopping with it so long.
Yeah.
They kind of playing it out, and I think they got to pull the trigger on it while they're all still there, right? Sure. Come on, man.
Sure.
Come in. Imagine the Hurt Business with Almost. There you go. You got the learning tree for him to get better. Bam.
And then we got our main event, which was Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Asuka defeating Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, and Sonya Deville. This match was a lot of fun.
Oh, true. That's true. I agree, 100%.
A good spot for Liv of taking the pin and actually like getting the win off for the team and everything like that. That tag man move of Liv and Asuka doing that shit was dope.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great timing because it didn't look like something they were teaming up, but it looked like she caught her and just happened to just catch her. So I actually like that. The character work was great. The Sonya Deville was actually great in this match. Becky, I like loser Becky because she's just an asshole right now, and I love it. Yeah. And then Rhea's the powerhouse, and she does some crazy shit. So I really like the 6-women tag. Like I feel like I actually think that was my.
I think it's funny. I just gotta interject, Mer.
Yeah.
That because of the following events of like this whole year and all these girls getting into black leather, I like how they all ended up wearing their black leather outfits on the same night.
Right.
I was like, wait a second. Are they a 3-woman team? Because they sure as hell match.
There you go.
So
they're ready.
Get ready.
I really enjoyed the match. I actually think that was a great main event, and that was probably my match of the night of that week of the Royal Bunny.
Of the actual matches, I would think I would say yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I was like the 6-man tags could get fucking tiring after a while, but this one was exciting. Like every girl was on their point, and everyone looked good. So, and Liv getting the win was a really good look for her.
Mm-hmm.
So, Monday Night Raw, where you give it?
I want to give it an A-.
A-?
I didn't really have anything that was too offensive. No, nothing that I did not actually care for. Because again, the matches, the main matches, right? Good. Yeah. The two, I guess we could say, there's too many 3-person tag matches, but they space it out, beginning and end, men's and women's. Yeah. Like okay.
Yeah,
you got your monster of the year killing the man. That's fine. I'm not mad at that. And then you had 2 key story matches with AJ, and then you had Ali. And I'm like, I can't be mad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go up. I'll go the same. It was good. It was a good Monday Night Raw. We have next is NXT. What's the results? Damn, I hate when they don't give me the damn results. Anyway, we had the NXT Spring Break.
Yes, it was a special event. You're right.
Trying to get the damn highlights already. It's not giving me the highlights of it. Anyway, it was the third, right? Yes. God. Keeps. Yeah, I'm really getting annoyed with this WWE site when they're going for the damn things. All right, here we go. We got the results for NXT Spring Break in May 3rd. We kick off with Cameron Grimes defeating Carmelo Hayes and Solo Sikoa for the North American title.
I think it was an amazing match, actually.
Very good, yeah.
Like, very, very good showcase for Solo, especially Solo. I think Solo showed out in this match. I liked it a lot.
Very
I thought
good
he was
match.
Gonna
very good match. And Cameron Grimes, still champion.
Cameron Grimes. Yes, sir.
To the moon. Nathan Frazier defeats Grayson Waller. Solid match.
Yeah, and I know it was more of a very, very classic good guy, bad guy match, like straight up. With the how Grayson Waller is super animated and like just the way things have to happen to him, very, very exaggerated. That's why I like the match. So it was pretty good.
Yeah. We got Cora Jade and Akina Lion. Oh, we got Tony D'Angelo and Santos Escobar sat down and discussed business.
I thought it was all right, but it was too long.
Yeah, I was getting kind of annoyed with it pretty fast. Cora Jade and Akina Lions defeat Natalia and Lash Legend.
I thought it was okay. I thought you could see who the squeaky wheels that need some grease on.
Yeah.
But everything made sense. It was I actually like Natty in the match a lot. Just the way she worked with the two new girls. So
yeah, it worked. You had the Creed brothers defeat Viking Raiders.
Surprising. That's what I thought.
Me too.
So not a bad match though. I have to give him props. Not a bad match.
And then main event was Braun Breaker defeats Joe Gacy and retains his title.
And I pretty much figured he was gonna win. But again, not a bad match. Can't be mad.
Okay. Wait, do you give NXT?
I'm gonna give it a B+. I'm just gonna put a star next to that triple threat though. I want to say that's up there for my match of the week.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good. Very fun match. And yeah, I was very happy with that. That was actually really good.
Also, they got the outfit wrong.
Yeah.
So when on commentary they were talking about Steiner, Braun Steiner,
yeah,
because you refused to call him Breaker.
Yeah.
They're talking about his father and his outfit that he wore in his debut.
Yeah.
It was not the number outfit.
Yeah.
It was the multicolor outfit.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong.
Shout outs to Matthew for pointing that one out. So.
All right, we are going to AEW Dynamite. I'll give NXT. I'm just gonna go B+ as well. That first match was killer though.
Yeah.
We got AEW Dynamite, and we kick off with Owen Hart qualifier match. It was Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Fish.
I thought it was a little slow. Like I don't know if Jeff's hurt, but it just felt like
winded.
he a little lethargic. Yeah. That's what I saw. So. It was all right, but it really looked like Fish was carrying that match.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. But Jeff Hardy gets the win.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Blackpool Combat Club defeating versus Butcher, Blade, and Angelico.
And you know what? They a good bunch of guys to beat up because they made it look amazing. So I thought the match was very fun. None of these matches have been bad for me. Those Blackpool matches.
Yeah, I just missed. I personally just missed Daniel Bryan being evil. That's my little take. I miss him kicking the people's heads off. Yeah, Wardlow versus W. Morrissey.
I'm only mad that he lost. That was my main issue.
Yeah.
But he has to.
Yeah.
For the story.
Yeah. If hopefully if you don't follow Impact, then you just know that he just came randomly. But if you follow Impact and he's a baby face and then he goes heel, and
yeah, he's a mercenary. Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, and also, I don't care what nobody says. We want Enzo. I want the chaos. You kidding me? They listen. These guys in their indie darlings. I'm sorry to sound like some jaded old man, but like, bruh, I hardly any of those guys are as charismatic as Enzo. I don't give a damn.
That's true.
They can say what they want. They can flip how they want. They ain't as charismatic as Enzo. They just not. So
yeah, even the indie shows that I've seen him in, like he still gets the crowd right behind him.
Yeah. Still, people again gotta give him his props for at least he wasn't a dirtbag, and that's what he got in trouble for. Turns out he wasn't a dirtbag. Just saying.
The storyline they're giving Wardlow and MJF, it's kind of the Goldberg treatment that they're giving Wardlow.
It's turning into the look aesthetically. It's not for the reasons, but I know what you mean because you look at it, it looks like Goldberg.
Yeah, but he works better. That's I will say. I'll give Wardlow credit. He works a lot better.
Mm-hmm. The only problem I have with the entire saga is that it just makes the matches, not the matches predictable. It's just he has to win.
Yeah, it makes it predictable. 100% makes it predictable. But hopefully, when he gets to MJF, it kind of gives you at least a sense of he's about to lose, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you got Hangman Page promo for CM Punk.
And I can't wait. I hope they have a really good match.
Me too.
You talking all that trash, telling that man he gonna burn that shirt. Look, you better whoop CM Punk's ass. You say something like that.
You got Chris Jericho versus Santana.
I thought it was all right. It was a story match, but it wasn't the best. But again, with all this stuff that ended up happening, because remember his whole crew was out there anyway. It was kind of funny. Yeah. So it was all right for me.
The match, it was. I didn't care for the match. Like, I don't know. Their chemistry wasn't there.
I can see that. I can see that.
But I understand the story, like what they're doing with the story and where they're going with that. I'm not crazy about this whole storyline right now. Just personally, like, I feel like JSA is going way too high. They're winning way too many times, and there's no kind of momentum for anything for like Santana or Ortiz or anything like that. But hopefully
it's 5-on-3, man. What you expect?
Hey, man. Hey, man. That's why you get weapons. He starts kicking the kneecaps out.
It's 5-on-3.
I'm just saying.
And no, not even 5-on-3. As of the story, it's 5-on-2 because one man got burned.
I'm just saying. What happens to those socks with the things inside?
You can only listen. If they take 2 socks and put them in each hand, that's 4 socks. And this, if the Jericho and his men decide to swing socks, that's 20.
I'm just saying.
That's 20. No, that's 10 socks.
I'm just saying they're from New York. They have friends.
I don't know if you can let them come on the show.
I'm just saying.
Well, wait, Mark. We're gonna be in Long Island, so that's close to New York. Well, let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Anyway, the Varsity Blondes call out the House of Black and Dante Martin versus Ray Phoenix happen all at once. There's a little storyline with the girl Hart.
Makes sense. It's about time that they called them out because they dogged them basically and poisoned their cheerleader. So it's about time.
Yeah. And then you had Dante Martin versus Ray Phoenix. Good match.
Wish more.
That's
selling. A good fit. I like that.
Yeah, I wish it was a little bit more selling, but other than that, it was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
And then our main event was the undisputed Ring of Honor World Women's Champion Deonna Purrazzo versus Mercedes Martinez.
This match I had to watch by itself because I wasn't like 100% paying attention. That was a good match. I appreciate that, and good for Deonna getting up there for that main event slot on AEW. Just saying.
I'm just saying the wrong person won. I wanted Deanna to keep the belt.
I guess maybe she's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
So,
She's still contact with Impact Wrestling and shit. So.
Yeah. So I guess she's got to go home.
They had better matches on Impact. I'm just saying, like the last match they had on Impact Wrestling and things like that. So I was a little the match was okay. It wasn't. I've seen better.
Between the two, definitely.
Deanna Purrazzo and Mercedes Martinez. I've seen them both fight, and they actually had better matches.
I would say they had a better match in Impact recently this year. I think
Same
it
here.
was.
Yeah, I 100% say that. I agree with that. What do you give AEW Dynamite?
Dynamite, I'm gonna give it a B-. Again, not everything hit as well as the shows this week. I would say it's probably the weakest show, and that's not even saying it's like bad. It's just of the shows so far. Yeah. That's definitely the weakest show for me.
I am gonna go C+. Yeah, like I there was a lot of things that just didn't capture my attention. A lot of things there. When I want to start fast forwarding things, that means it's not catching me, and I don't like feeling that when I'm actually watching a show. So there are some things that kind of got me wanting to fast forward. We go to. I did not get to watch Impact because the Impact app been acting up, so I didn't get to watch this week's, and I heard this week's was actually really good. I did watch the Myers versus Morrissey though.
Yeah, I saw that match. That match was nuts.
Yeah,
that was nuts. That man flew. Morrissey's got good accuracy. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that was a tough. That was a tough bump too.
Isn't he an ECW alumni?
Yeah.
So he knows the deal.
Yeah. Studied some Mike Awesome videos. But I did not get to watch.
study how to take a powerbomb.
Right? Tanaka, what was his name?
Masato Tanaka. Yeah. Yep.
I did not get to watch Under Siege either, so hopefully for next week we could give a little verdict of Under Siege to get time to watch it.
Okay.
But I heard really good things about the pay-per-view.
At least some of the matches. I did see one of the matches got spoiled because, again, it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'll try to see some of them.
So Mia Yim showed up.
That was cool. I saw a picture and I saw a shark boy in the bag. I was like, yo, what happened? How do you get
there? Yeah, Mia Yim showed up, and then you also got Under Siege, the pay-per-view going up. You also had, what was the other thing? The Briscoes winning the tag titles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Yeah, I gotta catch up with Impact. I did not get to watch it because, again, the app was acting up. For some reason, the Android app wasn't working. Like I used it on my Roku, it works perfectly.
Gotcha.
I didn't get to watch it this week. Did you? I watched the Myers and Morrison.
No, we just talked about that. I'm talking about him getting thrown out the ring and Mike Austin and stuff. Yeah.
You watched anything else before it?
No.
No. Okay. So we'll get back to that next week. We go to Friday Night SmackDown, and we kick off with what was this? Wait. Yeah, you got Charlotte Flair versus Aaliyah ends in a no finish. Flair brawls and Ronda Rousey 1 week. They'll call it like that.
Why did they make Aaliyah look so stupid? She said, "I'm gonna call you Ronda," and she kept saying, "Come closer, Ronda." And Aaliyah is just a dummy walking forward. She deserves to get hit. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't be that stupid. Damn it.
We got Shayna Baszler defeating Sasha Banks
with some shenanigans. It wasn't a straight up, which I have problems with because it's Shayna.
Yeah.
Again, I understand you have to do certain things because if you were to just let it be that Shayna Baszler would just be the women's champion and nobody could beat her. I get it. But that being said, she shouldn't have to win via shenanigans.
Yeah.
I get that it's Sasha Banks. Again, I'll say it. I get that it's Sasha Banks and you want her to look, like they say, look strong, but it's Shayna Baszler. What is she there for? Like that makes me mad.
Yeah.
It's certain people. It's like Brock. It's like, how you going to have Brock Lesnar in a match and then have him win by DQ?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that. She's supposed to be that level of wrestler because they made her that.
Yeah.
And I don't like how they have her just as she's a regular wrestler. She can get beat up.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like that's my only real issue. Still not a bad match.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. Madcap Moss dishes out jokes at Happy Corbin's expense.
I can't wait. He did catch him. I think I will just put out. I think his jokes are better when he's insulting Happy Corbin. Yeah. So there you go.
Gunther defeats Drew Gulak.
Why you got to do this to you? What's going on over there? Who did he bump into McMahon? Like step on his shoe or something? And now every week he just got a new job where he gets beat up.
Yeah.
Like what? All right.
No matter what job he takes, he gets beat up.
Anyways,
he's never protected.
I was still rooting for Gulak.
Yeah.
I care.
I'll say one thing that SmackDown is doing is building Gunther. They're doing a good job with Gunther.
Yes.
Gunther.
Very good.
Yes, Sheamus and Ridge Holland defeat Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods because Butch came out of nowhere.
He was under the ring. God damn it, they didn't check.
They put Woods to the table.
Also, what's up with wrestlers hiding under the ring so damn much? Freaking RK Bro was under the ring on Monday.
They put new pillows under there.
I guess so. As long as they don't fall asleep like Hornswoggle, right?
All right. I'm going to say this straight up with Lacey Evans' whole thing. It got old really fast.
It's very weird. It doesn't feel organic is my problem.
Yes. It doesn't feel organic. It doesn't
because we know who she is.
Yeah. And then you're also like doing it in ways that she's like continuing a story. And it's like, why don't you build her why don't you tell the story while she's actually wrestling?
Yeah, if she's back to wrestle, let her have matches on television so we can see her have matches. We know who she is.
Yeah, I really did not like that. I really thought it was kind of cheesy. And I was like, I'm sorry, Lacey, but yeah, damn.
Yeah, again, I get it. It's not like I'm like, I don't understand it. I understand what they're doing. It's just the way they're going about it seems super forced.
Yes,
that's all.
100%. And then we got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn, and Nakamura loses by countout.
We discussed this earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like they are just trying to cash in on the fact that we know they have had one of the best NXT matches in NXT history. And they continue to cash in on that. Yeah. And at this point, stop it.
Yeah. My issue with this is the fact that you kind of... So, you're like 3 weeks late with Nakamura kind of confronting Roman Reigns, and he was there because we did see him in the lumberjack match, just saying. So, he was present. We saw his bright-ass suit. We see he's present. And then you took like 3 weeks for it to continue, and it just now he's in a 6-man tag, so there's no title match and things like that. And I think Nakamura would have been... I would have took Nakamura versus Roman Reigns for the title match, knowing that he was going to lose, but actually have a good match, and then unify the tag titles. I wanted that more than the other one. That what we got.
I agree.
So
they wasted it.
Yeah,
I feel 100%. Like they blew it. Yeah,
100%. And then we end the show with Drew McIntyre, RK Bro come out face to face with the Bloodline,
and then it ends up in a brawl.
Yep, like all the time.
But I get it. It's story stuff that happens on Monday. But that led into a match. This one ended the show. Yeah. I don't like how it ended the show though. It just kind of just went off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like nobody had words. Just beat up people standing outside. And
I'm angry.
Roman walking away, kind of dissatisfied. Didn't say anything.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh.
Now we go into AEW Rampage.
We didn't. Did you? What was your grade for SmackDown?
Grade for SmackDown. I'm gonna go B-.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B-. I was happy to see Butch.
I kind of want to go to C+, but I did like the tables match and the whole Butch thing. There's not a lot I like though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're
Didn't care for the
right.
Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go C plus with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the Lacey Evans things threw me off. I didn't care for that either. So yeah, I'm gonna go C plus.
Yeah.
AEW Rampage. We kick off with a tag team match. We kick off Tony Storm and Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter.
I thought this was actually a pretty fun match, so I wasn't too mad.
Yeah.
And I think the right team won.
I like seeing Ruby back on TV.
Also, yes. But okay, here's the thing. Hayter and Tony, they seem to have chemistry together. They mentioned their history,
Yeah.
but I saw it during the match. It just stuck with me that you could see that Hayter was turning it up when she was fighting Tony.
Yeah,
So,
I think she's allowed to do more than what she's allowed to do with a lot of other people.
I think that helps her a lot more because I liked her a lot in the match.
Yeah.
But when they were fighting each other, so yeah.
I will say this was probably one of the more positive matches I've seen of Jamie Hayter.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. I just wonder what's happening with Rebel. Why she come out the tunnel so late?
Oh,
They ain't talking to her no more. What's going on?
She probably ate. She was eating something. Like,
She probably ate us. She had a tuna sandwich in her hand. She was like, "Oh shit."
Hook defeats JD Drake and Tony Nese comes
Just
in
talking trash.
And then Helsing hires him.
I thought the Tony Nese thing. I thought it was fine because they're leading up to the story.
Yeah.
I thought the match with JD Drake was actually good.
Yeah, it was good.
Did not overstay his welcome. I love the headbutting, the chop. Cook is a madman. JD Drake is a big grown ass man. Why would you do that? And just dude got him up with ease. Like it's the part where when it's time for Hook to turn that switch, like that boy don't fail.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's all been good. So
Dan Helsing paid him with a bag of potato chips.
Does he know Hook's favorite flavor? That's my thing.
Yeah, he is the ones that he's always eating. So basically, he brought him a bag of Doritos.
All right.
And
We'll see.
Dan Helsing is set for a match against Niche next week.
Yes, sir. It made it seem like he was gonna fight Hook or something, but he already fought Hook and got beat up.
Yeah.
So
Riho versus Yuka Sasaki.
Oh, Yuka Sakazaki.
I can't say it.
It was alright, but it wasn't that great. You know what I mean?
It was alright.
It was not.
It was not special.
I mean, I appreciate. I guess this is new Rio because she changed the outfit and whatever. So it's all good. But like, Shin, no, not Shin.
Because she's still fucking smiling. She knows Shin.
Yeah, she's not evil. No, she's not evil.
Yeah, Takashita.
Oh yeah.
Versus Jay Lethal.
Versus Jay Lethal. Yeah.
I'm just making sure I said his name right. I was like Takashita. Okay.
That match was good.
That was good.
That was my favorite AEW match this week. That was good. That dude, Takashita, that I saw him on Dark. That boy can move and he can wrestle. Like that clothesline is nasty.
Who he fought on Dark? I did watch it.
I have to filter through it.
I think it was one of the factory people.
Yes, he did. And then he fought one of there was one he fought a no-name dude, but that was a local that had like years of experience. That dude, of course, we're probably never going to see him again except on the Dark or something. But it was a good match.
Yeah.
It was a good match. So, like, that guy, he's really, really good.
Yeah, I've seen him. I watched some of his DDT matches before I watched this. Like, he looks pretty solid. It was a good match. I see what they're doing though. Like, I like some of the things I've seen of him already.
And you know what? I gotta give props because Lethal gets his time.
Yeah.
Like love what he's doing with him and the giant guy, whatever, or hate him. Like it is what it is with that guy. But regardless, when him and Sanjay are berating of their opponents and whatnot, it's good. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the main event. What do you give Rampage?
I'm gonna give it I'm gonna have to give it an A-.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with same. I'll say there was maybe one match I didn't really care for. The rest of them were good. Oh, and I actually liked the promo between Sky and Kazarian.
Yeah, yeah, Bassler. Yeah,
Yeah, she got
yeah.
me interested in that match, and I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested. That one promo got me more interested in the whole thing with Sami.
You know why? Because there was no Sami.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the common denominator. Top team guy, he was there.
Yeah,
Ethan Page and men in the year. They still men in the year.
yeah.
Guess what? No Sami.
No Sami. And I'm actually interested in that.
But why they gotta say that about Tay? You know that ain't right.
Here we go. So podcast we listen to. We are done about Weekend Wrestling. There's some really good ones. 100% Tokus Jericho with Rich Strickland, Swerve. That was a really good conversation. I actually really enjoyed it, and I loved his mentality with the wrestling. And again, I actually became more of a fan just listening to that cast.
I recommend you listen to his podcast whenever he has one. Swerve City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still one of my favorite ones was with him and Bailey, man.
Yeah.
Good episodes, man.
I have listened to a few of them. I don't listen to it every time that he's on, but I did listen to a few of his interviews.
I know he had Mark Henry, I think 2 weeks ago, and I think this week's is Tony Khan.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he said it on Jericho's cast.
Mm-hmm. So I expect to see Jericho on there. So
yeah. Street Profits are on after the bell. It was very fun. That was pretty funny.
That was fun.
Ryan Saint had. Oh, go ahead.
I just like to point out towards the end, they're talking about how Dawkins turned his crib. He's like, "Yo, why I go to your crib?" And it's a Buffalo Wild Wings. Because he said he got 3 TVs with different sports on at each time, and he says he has the glowing sign from Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm like, this man.
Out of character, Ryan Saint, he had The Miz. That was actually a pretty good conversation as well.
All right.
What was the other one I listened to? Yeah, that was all I listened to. I don't think she had. Renee didn't have any wrestling guys, so I didn't really listen to what she had this week. Yeah.
You know what? Okay, this one is a good one. I listened back to because I forgot he restarted maybe over the pandemic, and I hadn't listened, but I caught a Cole Cabana, and the new episode is with Chavo.
Oh, nice.
And that's a really good one because not only do you actually get his entire family history, he made him sit there and name the father, the grandfather, the great grandfather and stuff. So you could if you really want to learn about the Guerreros, you can listen to that one, and he gives you a comprehensive thing.
Yeah.
But also, you learn about how he became the stunt guy in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's the wrestling because he got passed the torch from some guy named Gene LaBelle, which was I think he's an old school wrestling guy. And he's the guy who, whenever you come to do something involving wrestlers in Hollywood, you see him. And through that guy, it's now Chavo. And I thought, oh, that's cool. So you hear that's how Cole Cabana ended up on Young Rock.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff like that. It's really cool.
Chavo does the wrestling stuff in Young Rock. He does in Heels, and he also did it in
he does
the Glow.
He does it everywhere now, apparently. He's got some other stuff coming out with $7, which is the Rock's thing. Okay. Damn.
They're doing a documentary series.
Let's go, Chavo.
Yeah. So keep that work going. And last but not least, it is our wrestling retrospect. We pick a person and we look up some matches that probably you had never seen, like the underrated matches. I got one just in general, just because I want to see, because he has a long career. And there's probably a lot of gems within that long career. So my pick will be Houston Thunder Liger.
Okay. Cool.
I know he has some Owen Hart matches.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I have a couple in mind that I might there's a couple opponents I never got to watch the match, but I have some in mind that I know he wrestled. So I'm looking at that.
Which ones do you have to strike from the record because they are his most popular matches?
I'll say Flying Brian versus Juice and Thunder Liger. I think that's one of his most popular American matches. I think
Mhm.
that was the first time they defended the lightweight championship on Nitro.
Okay.
I will say, I will say there's a lot of things on the table. Like I think there's not like big go-to matches of his that everyone says, and I'm not 100% sure about a lot of his matches because there's some that I watch and there's a lot I have not, and there's a lot of people that I've seen him wrestle, but I never actually watched a full match.
Okay.
So I'm actually like, I think for him, I think everything's on the table. We don't
But I will always put it this way: we both have to agree we can't pick him versus Breeze.
yeah. So that would be the popular one.
You can't pick him and Breeze.
And
Yes.
I love that, man. And you know what's funny?
Yeah, me too.
Were you with us on that takeover?
I don't think I was actually there.
No, you were with, the following one. You came with us.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
that was the
I
first
did watch
takeover.
that one live.
Yeah.
I saw it when it was happening, so
Yeah.
I wasn't there. Yes, it
That
was.
was-
I still think that was one of Breeze. I think that is quite possibly his greatest match.
And
But I think it's as a favorite. I think it's up there for me. I like that match a lot.
I will say that's one of my favorites of his, but also I think that is probably hands down Breeze's best match. Like that was one of my favorite matches of him. He has, Tyler Breeze would be an interesting one too because there's a lot of matches of his that a lot of people don't know about, and he has some really good matches at NXT.
True.
So So Justin Dunliger is the pick for this week's Wrestling Retrospect. And that is it. We wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Listen to us on Spotify. Recycling Link is the easiest way to get all our casts. We have a weekly It Gets Better I Swear podcast and the Wrestling Babble. And we got monthly The Morphin Cast, Not a Trekkie, Shell Shock, and Gamer Rage. So definitely give it a listen. Give us a like. Rate our podcast on Spotify. Give us 5 stars where we find you. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. Or Mark the Mic. And follow Recycling Link.
Yes, sir. Follow Red Cyclonic anywhere and everywhere. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.